Hello again, my friends. Welcome back. We are going to do a math lesson together today, but to get our brains warmed up, let's do count by tens. Are you ready? Bum, 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 bum. I want to hear you sing. Here we go. You can it go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. That's how you count by tens. One more time. Go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. That's how you count by tens. Good job, kiss your brain. Now, I was talking to Adrian's mommy earlier because Adrian's been working on the weather and the days of the week and all those calendar things at home with her Nana. So I was saying to Adrian's mommy, Miss Stephanie, I said, tell Adrian to sing the Four Seasons song. And we love this one. I love this one. So get out your four before we check the weather. Let's show moms and dads the Four Seasons song. Ready? Here we go. 4 seasons in a year. I can name all 4. Do you wanna hear? Let's get ready and say them all. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. One more time, because we haven't done calendar in so long, because we haven't been at school. Your brain might be forgetting a little bit. So try one more. Ready? Here we go. 4 seasons in a year. I can name all 4. Do you wanna hear? Let's get ready and say them all. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. So if we were at school, I would ask, what season are we in? Winter, spring, summer, or fall? And my friends would tell me that now it is spring. Some days it feels like spring. Other days, ooh, it's a little chilly. So I'm going to look out the window. And I can see that the sun is shining, so the meteorologist would say, it's sunny today. And I was outside for a little bit earlier when the trash men came, and Adrian's little brother Tommy must have been outside too because he knew that the weather was chilly. So if I were at school, I would say the weather is sunny and chilly, or cool if we want to say it that way. All right, we are ready to get started. We are going to try graphing today, and this is not something that we've done during math as a whole group, but you have met with Miss Walker before in centers to do some graphing. So I thought it would be fun to do it with all of our kindergarten teachers' names. So you do not have to write at home. I want you to just focus up here. We're going to do the thinking and the work together. You're going to count with me, and you're going to help me to figure out, using those mathematical practices that we know, you're going to help me to talk about math and tell some information about this graph, okay? So we have Miss Boyle, Miss Staub, me, Miss Warble, and look, our names look at the same at the beginning. So that's Miss Warble. Miss C, which I wrote part of her name because her real whole name is Chanowski, and that's so long. So I just wrote Chog, but we call her Miss C. And then Miss Frankus. Okay, so Boyle, Staub, Walker, Warble, C, and Frankus. These are all the kindergarten teachers at Vincent Farm. So today we are going to graph how many candies each of us have. Now, I really love candy. I know Miss Boyle and Miss C really love candy. I think all teachers do. So, I'm going to tell you the number. We're going to find the name and chart it. And then at the end, we're going to decide who's got the most, who's got the least, and what we have all together. So, as we are doing this, and friends like to do this at school, you might be thinking ahead as you're seeing the numbers pop up on the graph that, that one I think is going to have the most, or that one's going to have the least, okay? So you do not have to write for this. If you really wanted to, you could, but this might take you a while to do. Today for my candies, because I'm not going to spend a lot of time drawing, I just want to get the information. I'm just going to use an X like that as I count up on the graph, okay? So this is going to be a graph about candies. Now, we did one at school with candy hearts. Do you remember that for Valentine's Day? And you had to graph your heart colors. So this is going to be candy. So listen for the teacher's name that I say so we know where to put it, okay? Let's start with me to get it out of the way. I had 2 candies. So my name is Orange. I'm going to use orange for my eyes to be able to say, so easy, count with me. 1, 2. Okay, mine's done. Let's do Miss Francus. Her name's down here. Miss Francus had 1 candy. Count with me. 1. So easy. All right, let's do Miss Staub. Miss Staub's name's over here. Miss Staub had 5 candies. 1, you better be counting. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if I was doing my mathematical thinking and I was talking about math, I would be starting to notice something about my X's that I'm making for the candies. All right, let's do Miss Boyle. Miss Boyle had 3 candies. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. It always helps my brain. And when we get back to school, you're going to do this. As I am writing, I'm counting at the same time to keep track. And then let's do Miss C. Miss C had 3 candies. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. I noticed something. And last but not least, Miss Warble had 6 candies. 3. I hope you're counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now all my graphing is done. I'm going to go back and double check. How many did Miss Boyle have? Friends, I do not know what's going on with my throat today. It's so scratchy. Sorry about that. So we have Miss Boyle. Let's count her candies. 1. What's the number? Hopefully you said 3. Let's do Miss Staub's. How many? You should have said 5. I'm not counting because I want you to do the counting. Ready, go? Let's count mine. How many? Oh, I almost did the wrong fingers. 2. Let's do Miss Warble's. Count it. 1, 2. How many? 6. Let's do Miss C's. How many? 3. And finally, Miss Francus's is so easy, I just have to count it quick. 1. So if I had space, I could write the number above them. So we could do that if we were at school, if we needed a little extra help with thinking. All right, so here are my questions for you. Let me check this real quick and make sure it's still in the frame. I have a little bit of space. Okay, I want you to tell me, think at home first. And the cool thing about being home is you can shout out your answer if you want, because nobody's there to hear you. Besides your moms and dads, I can't hear you. Which teacher has the most candies? Which teacher has the most? Okay, I'm hoping that you're either pointing or you're telling that it's Miss Warble. How did I know Miss Warble had the most? That's the right answer. So if you said that, excellent job. How do I know? I know because I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is a greater number than any other teacher's. Miss Staub's is close, but Miss Warble had 1 more than she did. Okay, so if Miss Warble has the most, who has the least? And remember, the least is the smallest number. So easy peasy to see that. Miss Francus only has 1 candy. So, Miss Warble has the most, and Miss Francus has the least. I know that because hers is the smallest number. So when I'm thinking about my math talk, that's how I could share my information. Miss Francus's number is the smallest number, which makes hers the least. She has the least amount of candy. Now, I'm wondering if you noticed, like I did, that Miss Boyle and Miss C both have 3. So what's that word we use to tell 3? I mean, not to tell 3, to tell the same. Equal. So Miss Boyle and Miss C have equal numbers. They both have 3 candies. And then I'm just hanging out here just with 2. Miss Staub's hanging out with 5. She got really close. So the last part of the job that it's really important that you're doing along with me, we're going to find out how many candies all together. Because sharing is caring. And I bet if we were at school, Miss Boyle, Miss Staub, Miss Warble, Miss C, Miss Frankus, and I would share with each other. So let's touch count. I'm going to do the touching. You're doing the counting. I might jump in a couple times and say a number, but you've got to count at home, okay? Here we go. Ready? Count. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. And I'm going to write up here because I'm out of space. 20 candies all together. I love all this math vocabulary. So 20 candies all together. So when we were at school and we did some of this during center time and in my other friends' classes, because I'm going to tell Miss Boyle, Miss Staub, Miss Warble, Miss C, and Miss Frankus about this video so that maybe they can share it with their students too. When we were at school during centers, we worked on some graphing. This is an important skill that comes up on that computer test that we took, that MAP test. So this is something you could practice this at home with your family. You can make a family graph, or maybe graph about your family's favorite foods or their favorite thing to do, or if you want to look at the different activities or blocks or stuffed animals that you have and make up a story and graph it. Whatever you want to do is up to you. Okay, so I hope you had fun doing that today. Miss Warble is the big winner. Should we get her a prize? Maybe I can mail her something. All right, so I will see you back tonight for a bedtime story. I'm sure at home you're doing an excellent job. I miss you still, and I'll see you tonight. Mwah.